Fellow Sierra Leoneans, this na Dr. Sylvia Blyden, and today, Monday, January 10th, 2022. This na my 43rd audio, where we will call audio number 043 in my ongoing series of Address to the Nation. Tonight, I get to discuss 3 issues. The primary main one, na for talk to una inside Creole about the 88 paragraphs where I don't submit to the PPRC against that constitution where APC want for pass, or sorry, not to APC want for pass, where by Koroma and in Kabudul want for pass on behalf of the APC. The second point today, I will talk briefly about the Alfred Peter Conte case in front of Justice Adrian Fisher. And then the last point, I will continue with what I started yesterday about Sia Nyama Koroma in behavior alongside a man when he campaigned this Adebayo Mami course. So now we can straight to the issue of PPRC. Now, today, I'm not going to handle all the 88 paragraphs because the audio go long. You see, it's fine for some audio we can get to do with historical issues. It can fine for make them one and then long because you want to take your time for people then for understand the history. You want to track them slowly for people then for grasp the points. But other audios them, if finally you keep them short to the point, and today's one will be one of the short to the point audios them. So I'm not going to handle all the 88 paragraphs. Today, I will handle the aspect we get for do with the attempt for bring military junta tricks them inside a democratic political party. You see what you by Koroma and in Kabudul then go do na Makeni, then cleverly mislead and misguide beaucoup of we APC people them for feel to say na a democratic constitution nine then go pass na Makeni. But when you read them fine, you see say na military junta, like them barracks commander type of situation. Nine then want for can pass pan the APC. So tonight I can't tell you as I create waiting a file and how I explain to the PPRC about that aspect there for the military junta trick where and it's by Koroma then want for use for the control APC no more like na barracks. The first thing where I say I go start this today's zone at the start for explain this military barracks, military junta where they try for do, starting with paragraph 38 of my objections them. And inside that paragraph 38 there, I complain say even where I mean don't tell them people then yeah. Say if we want for use a strong foundation for build a new democratic APC constitution, we not for use the 1995 constitution as the foundation. Because as I explained to the PPRC, the 1995 constitution now under a military junta. A military junta we number one CAPC. A military junta where we don't take all type of efforts for suppress APC. And it was during a state of war where the country been they completely confused. You know they come off Freetown, you get access for go inside Kailaon. It's not possible safe. Like how right now if I grab say I want drive go visit me people then a Koindu na Kisiteng or na Bwedu na Kisitongi on a Kisikamadia. I can just grab normal early morning, I jump into my motor car, drive till I reach the inside, then they pass, drive. Me one can just drive, stroll, go there. But Chris, in 1995, the country was under siege, complete civil war. So there was no way for get a constitution where democratic, where they able go to the people and ask the people for choose their leaders, choose their executives. So then they may get for force the APC that attended, the APC leaders them that attended, the APC strategists them that attended, for come up with a constitution where may suit that particular point in time in 1995. And as I said to the PPRC in paragraph 40, I say the 1995 constitution of the APC was hammered out with Salome they under repression. When we get a military junta, and so everything about that period was militarism, regimentalism, and it was a state of war. So not to that kind of constitution they use for create a democratic constitution. Yes, I agree, we need a brand new constitution for suit the times. But when you look for the ideological foundation, because now like a house where they can build now for APC, because the constitution are the house where they bind with all. So I tell PPRCC, I would make her the object, because then people are the foundation of the house, when they will for team up for lay this new constitution, instead of then use the foundation where women build in 1991, when the country just don't turn to a democratic country and everything was now free, governance and dispensation was freedoms, human rights, democratic tenets, and the whole world, they watch with that in there. Because across the whole world that day was the flow of democracy. Democracy made the flow. From where they get a meeting in Manila in 1988, when the whole world begins saying now we'll forget democracy in as many countries as possible. So everybody they watch we. Now that time day, the APC draw up the 5th October 1991 Constitution. So, under that atmosphere of freedom and democracy, we create a constitution where we remove all semblance of communism. When we get something we call central committee, we remove them. When we get a situation where people that already free town them is so powerful past the people in the provinces, we remove them. So I tell the PPRCC, I don't know why them people are refused, because Usman for the Yansane, Anes by Koroma, then get the 1991 Constitution, the October 1991 APC Constitution. That's not the free democratic constitution where former President Joseph Saidu Momo and the APC party in 1991, under a free democratic atmosphere, then designed a constitution there. So I tell the PPRC, say, why them people here hide them? Because if they genuinely want a democratic constitution, as a PPRC, therefore pull this 1991 constitution, and as by Koroma and Usman Fode Yansane, they mean for puller, then present them to the delegates, then present them to APC party people them. They say, well, they can draw up a new constitution, but we don't get one where we designed under a spirit of democracy and human rights and freedoms under the former President Joseph Saidu Momo. We can look and act as a bedrock, a foundation for build this new house. I say, but they refuse. Instead, they hide them. I say, why they hide them? They prefer for use the 1995 junta, military junta constitution, where everything about them, the tremendous junta military barracks situation to a party where for be democratic. So I use my time from paragraph 38 to paragraph 41 of my submission for tell them, say, them people are not mean no good for a party. Then from paragraph 42, I take me time now to tell them about million experience inside APC. From what be small girl picking, the experience we may get. I explain, tell them the APC we me know. How, for example, me daddy and me grandpa, how they raised me inside APC. How the APC we me know. If you want for big constituency executive, you get for go campaign to the people them and then for elect you. Elect who that you be. I give the example for show how APC democratic. I say me young grandpa, he was a powerful member of parliament for in constituency in a mountain rural district. I say, but despite that, he mean still they go beg people then for make them they campaign to people there after then he don't win election as member of parliament. If he come back, he campaign to the APC people there, make them elect him as then constituency secretary. Because APC no mean get elect. We no mean get them. You get for go to the people and ask the people then for vote for you. That's not the APC when me grow up as a girl picking inside. So I tell the PPRC, say, everything we know about the APC is a party that was democratic. I even explain how, even under the one party state, where the government and one green party them they allow, that was the APC party. I say, even under that one party governance state, believe you me, at the constituency level, the district level, the regional level, and the national level, and the women's wing, and the youth league, you have to be voted for. You get for campaign to the people them, make them believe in you, and then vote for you. So I take me up time for say, explain about how I know the APC supposed for be. Then I also take me time for explain how the APC 1995 mean get draw amongst themselves. Not until the party begin get draw. I take me time for explain to the PPRC of that draw day and how that draw we be able to solve them in 1995. And I go use the future audio for continue for explain to una about that draw day and how we able to solve the draw so that the MPRC military junta that 10 day not able for block the APC, not for be registered for operate. And I use them for explain to the PPRC why make the 1995 constitution should never have been used because it was a compromised constitutional situation. In the next audio, what I go do tomorrow when on Tuesday, January 11th, I dey go now to the next paragraph where I go start from paragraph number 50. Paragraph number 50 of my submissions. I can explain tell you the draw women day and how it was solved. And you know why I they take me time to explain then Chindenyaso to una, especially in Creole, that because it is important for you for know usa you come out. So that you they know usa you they go, you know they go buck your foot there. A lot of una like Poko of una call me then days here, they say if for true, under Shaka Stevens, we may get light, electricity, now every single district headquarters town. Because when I read out all the towns them, as submitted to parliament inside my grandpa in National Development Plan which Shaka Stevens sent for go present, so many people then they ask me if not true. Yes, not true. But we don't know them things there because we don't know how we come out. So it is important women that they bring them things here to una. Because when you know how you come out, you know the challenges of how you come out, you they able to face the future because you know the challenges, and so you are able to face the future, and you know how you they go. But if you don't know how you come out, my brothers and my sisters, you don't ever know how you they go. So I take my time explain to PPRC, and tomorrow I will continue this audio for explain to Una how we be able to solve that draw in 1995. Now, another issue where people then ask me about a lot about that my last audio, then say, what are this big man in brother we thief that bumbuna copper cables? So many people then they ask this question. Well, I go just tell them, say, make them go ask the Honorable Justice Adrian Fisher, because now in the magistrate, when the matter go front arm, the big man brother, when they can go front arm, Honorable Justice Adrian Fisher means so upset, he was so angry at such wickedness for destroy such national treasure that he may refuse the person bail, the big man in brother, they may refuse and then send and go Pademba Road. But I'm not going to spend much time on that today. I just say, well, Una, we don't ask this question. Well, Una can go research. Justice Magistrate Fisher is now a High Court judge. Now, I'm the magistrate, Magistrate Adrian Fisher back then, we now the High Court judge. Now, I'm the magistrate we may handle that big man in brother. Now, let's come to the next issue when the matter again, when the APC matter with the front Justice Adrian Fisher. You see, there's this distraction when they try for do. So then just come up with some silly allegation over this weekend. I see them don't repeat them back. And it's by Koroma and ventriloquist, Poppy, Adebayo, can't repeat them back. I hear the one we call himself seeds of APC, something like that. It is all false. I'm not going to case front Adrian Fisher. So I go call me saying for can be sexy in APC. We me not the fronter. When I realize, say, I've repeated content in case get a lot of weakness, Panam, and I see how the judge may give rulings in certain ways, I tell Alfred, say, Alfred, this case, how I see you lawyer not get for able. I need for rush in, I need for do something very, very swiftly. So I prepare a very strong case where lock all the loopholes that when me don't see on the Alfred Peter Conte case, because there's a lot of loopholes that I see. So I prepare this case for lock all the loopholes. Unfortunately for me, I wanted the element of surprise, because the last thing where you want now for make a leak, say you they go file a case. Then I'm bugging at the registry. I didn't they delay you. And there was this urgency because the case may they come up. So there was no way I was going to risk telling anybody what I don't plan for do. I rush go file the case because I need to say file my case. I know what you're waiting for put inside. Do me affidavit. Rush go find commissioner of oath, file everything. Run gonna NRA pay on time before midday. I don't get my receipt. Gonna registry. Get what you have for do day fast. By 4 p.m. I was ready. The very first person who I call, the very first person who I inform, now I've Peter Conte and we brother Bulldozer. So they were the first people before anybody else know. I sent all the documents to them, everything. Unfortunately, to my surprise, then say, well, me not me discuss the matter with them. That's what then say to the judge. So then say they don't want me in the case. To me, it was unfortunate, but the judge decides say they listen to them because. Of course, and it's by Koroma and Sia, and definitely they're not going to want to be in the case because they're not saying a watertight. I can strengthen that case there in a way that they're not able to unbug that case there. But unfortunately, the man when I start the case, he not see what me they see, he not see a helper they can help for make sure say the weaknesses span the case, the loopholes I can lock all. But he not see that, and so he throw me out of the case, basically say no. And the judge agree with them. Interestingly, the language where the judge used, he said Dr. Blyden in case so strong. Dr. Blyden in case don't can explain the problems inside the party. And Dr. Blyden in case don't can make her understand much better than waiting after Peter Conte input. He said, but because I don't want to make this case here waste time, so I'm not going to listen to Dr. Blyden. He say, however, me go advise the party, make una go call Dr. Blyden, una go sit down and discuss the issue there, because a very, very serious issue. So that's what the judge take handle them. And so I'm out of that case. He not really listen to me. The judge there against me attempt for join the case. I've read Peter Conte there against me attempt for strengthening the case, because the case were in Kerigo. Now me first write the arguments them. But they don't really understand the arguments them. So they take them, almost verbatim, part of them, file in a court, and they don't really understand the arguments in front of the court. Within a Kerigo. But that's it. So all this talk when they tell now how Justice Adrian Fisher de Gambia, he decides saying na me, they can make secretary, Paminkailu Mansare, they can be chairman, Richard Conte, they can be deputy chairman. This is not just malicious nonsense. And not get nothing for do that case day. They don't throw me out of the case and say they don't want me to present a case in front of the judge. But now, the fortunate thing is that I take the same case and object to the PPRC, because me sabi the techniques, sabi the roads there, sabi the pathways to get justice. And we front the PPRC now. Now only one aspect of what I can go na the front Justice Fisher, we not they discuss na the PPRC. That's not the aspect of membership. But everything else about the illegalities and all they front the PPRC now. And since they from the PPRC, and I know that they cannot escape from the strong case, now I get all this jack we see on social media, so when they go and distract to now, they cause me. We finally now go bring me to the last topic for today. We na Sia Nyama Koroma and Sia Koroma. I just want to all see that Bobo Sia Koroma and ventriloquist Poppy Adebayo this night. Ipu potkoba. Ipu potkoba, bang the potkoba, it cost good mommy cause they butu waste. They knock in waste way, they butu in waste, they cost me. Of course, then they intimidate me one bit. You know, but never intimidate me. Now they shake myself. But when I see waiting, if I look, because I don't tell everybody, waiting that what they do now, and Sia Koroma they behave so. It's just waiting with man called alter ego. Everything we see the what they do, and Sia Koroma, they just put Ernest in face, they no man in the door. And then with the full knowledge of Sia Nyama Koroma, because she is also fully on board. So the question you have to ask yourself is, why would this couple be so frustrated? Because they are frustrated. They are very frustrated. Now, only a very frustrated man, they go to ways, so they knock potkoba, they cause, at one point, this event, I laughed. You actually see the frustration of Sia Koroma on the boy. And the question is, why this frustration? People, then the answer is simple. The last hope of Sia Koroma, because everything in entire criminal case, where I don't talk about tire, the money laundering case, the corruption cases, look then Julius Maada Bio in table. The same thing again with the Freetown Mayor Yvonne Akisoya. Look in case then Julius Maada Bio in table. Now time then they wait. And Julius Maada Bio, they bid in time when if do certain things them at detriment to we in political opponents and at benefit to Ion party people them. Now, for as long as Sia Koroma can use the APC as a shield, as chairman and leader, any attempt for go for her now, Ikiebo user now say na chairman and leader. Same thing again with the Freetown Mayor, where they don't get so much corruption case against them. Any attempts now for go after the Freetown Mayor, then go one try now for elevate the Freetown Mayor now for say, oh, now because she has this potential, make the one come after them. It's a political strategy. But now at the detriment of the APC in your broader interests, we own wider interests for the rest of we for can suffer now because them people here, Mother Bio don't catch them on corruption, money laundering, opening bank accounts, manipulating bank accounts. Look then the president in table. So the frustration is that I am working to get a democratic APC where can be strong enough for stand any elections, and not just stand elections, but be strong enough for challenge as the democratic opposition. Anybody will get conscience inside APC. You know, say APC not to opposition right now. It knows it's a very weak, loose and weak entity. They give people a lot of hope. But when you look further down, there's nothing there. Now, for that maker, they tell people then say, the SLPP go lost the 2023 elections. But I not ever tell people say, the APC go win the 2023 elections. I have never said that. The reason why I can't say the APC will win the 2023 elections is because I know that the people the way they're in charge now, especially Sia Koroma, because of the corruption and criminal cases the way he get, he willing for sacrifice the APC and the APC in interest for save in skin. Now get all these mammy cause ways and they cost me so. Mammy cause rarely the much they smell. But let me tell you now something about this whole scenario. You know, sometimes I remember say, but Sia Koroma, this might get girl picking there. This might get wife. This might get sister there. Then they sponsor this boy for cost me all then kind nasty woman cost there. So you ask yourself, what manner of man is this? And then you also look at the wife, because if you watch then days here about a year ago where Fatima Bio vex, the current first lady. He vex, he go do a Facebook live where he talks and he mistake talk. He mentioned something about Sia Nyama Koroma and corruption by mistake. Then he just jump over the talk, he not go further. But what's clear is that definitely there is something about Sia Nyama Koroma and corruption where Fatima Bio, Mother Bio, they are aware of him, and it is part of the overall strategy they call them the control Sia Koroma now. But my people, I want to tell you say Sia Nyama Koroma is fully aware of a lot of things them. Because Uda go want in family, in man, in picking them for be exposed with the kind of things them within a Mother Bio in desk. Nobody. So that is a woman where just like her in man, they very, very desperate right now. Now so Sia Nyama Koroma safety. Because their family don't see the APC as their shield. Only God knows waiting at the arrangement with Mother Bio. Only God knows. But there is definitely an arrangement, which is why only a few people them, like me, where God see me heart. God know how I'm genuine with them people then they. And God knows then why I so not to good people them. Therefore that make it expose me for see this commission of inquiry evidence against Sia Koroma. Why they tell you say the evidence is fearful? Sia Koroma, if Mother Bio ready for him, minimum na 7 years jail. Maximum na 25 years jail. If Mother Bio ready for him. So this is the desperation where Sia Koroma get, and in wife fully well know about the money laundering cases and about every other one of the criminal corruption cases. See this Sia Nyama Koroma, where I see Boku people and they call me, they beg say, oh, now for go easy. This no, you cannot go easy with someone like that. Then they mortgage the entire interest of the APC for their selfishness. Una see how that will behave so today, that Adebayo, Potkoba, Butuwes, the bang, the cause, Ashawo, this, that, Pisabedi, this, that. That is Sia Nyama Koroma. And inside tomorrow's broadcast, I will take me time, explain, tell una, the real Sia Nyama Koroma. The Butuwes, the beat Potkoba, the misbehave cause. I will take me time and explain to una, so that una can understand the desperation of this woman and the desperation of a man. This whole issue of intimidating Sylvia Blyden, they cause this, that, and all that stuff, then they had desperation. So if I don't reach this point here, my people, when I rest assured say, they're not able to distract me at all. Every single day this week, I will continue with the audios. I will continue for explain to people then the case within at the PPRC. And of course, tomorrow I will continue for explain to now why that's na Sia Nyama Koroma, we camp and Butuwes and beat Potkoba. I will take my time and explain to una. May God bless we all. And I will now end as I normally do with the tune of the national anthem. Thank you.